Let's get some water. So I just used the new inspiration tab uh from YouTube, and I was like, help me come up with a video idea. And YouTube was like, oh, we got you, bae. And I was like, all right. And they were like, here are some water drinking hacks, tips, and tricks. So here is YouTube's hacks, tips, and tricks on how you can drink more water in the new year. First of all, let's get started. Why you should care about water. So the importance of staying hydrated and your well-being is that water is abundant on this planet, and you are made up of mostly water. So you need to stay hydrated to refill the parts of your body that, because you run on water. You run on water. Like, you are water. You run on water. Your organs need water. And so part of that, like, having water helps because water is an abundant part of this planet, and it's snowing outside right now. Let me show you. It's snowing outside right now. They're everywhere. It's such a fundamental part of this planet. We literally are, most of the planet is made of water. We are mostly made of water. Water is an inherent part. We are, you see that movie, that horror movie where they're just drinking water all the time. The one with Katie Holmes, is it? Where the faculty, they're just drinking water. You don't need to drink that much water, but just drinking water all the time, you'll notice improved energy, clear skin, better digestion because you'll go to the bathroom regularly. You'll notice that your organs have been crying for water. If you have not, like, especially if you're somebody who drinks regularly, you'll notice that when you are hydrated and you're not drinking as much, that your organs will stop crying. So it says, let's look up some common signs of dehydration. Signs of dehydration. I know some common signs. Signs of dehydration in adults. Let's do adults. The first one, obviously, is going to be thirst. Like, if you're thirsty, that's the first sign of dehydration. The next is urine color. It will be the color of mustard, darker yellow or light brown in color, and you'll urinate less frequently. And people will be like, well, why would I want to urinate frequently if I'm hydrated? Because that means your body is working properly and it's flushing out all of the stuff that's in your body. Like, you are supposed to urinate frequently. It's a sign of, and people will be like, why do I have a headache right now? The reason why you have a headache is because you're probably dehydrated. And people will try to kill those headaches with aspirin or ibuprofen and things like that. And it's like, you don't necessarily need, like, some people legitimately have migraines and things like that, and that's not to diagnose you or diagnose any symptoms you're having, but have you tried drinking water as a potential of reducing symptoms that you may have? I'm not trying to diagnose you. But a common symptom of dehydration is headache. I'm not saying that you don't have a legitimate, valid medical symptom and that you don't necessarily need the medication. I'm saying that possibly one of the first things that you could do to help reduce a headache is drinking water. If you've drank water, if you are a hydrated person and you still have medical issues, then all for it. All for it. Sorry, I'm touching my mannequin's boobies. Muscle cramps. You get muscle cramps, especially during exercise. And I knew I was dehydrated this last week because my muscles were spasming. And I was like, man, I need to drink some more water. I need to drink less coffee, more water. Go on. Also, if your eyes appear sunken, think of like SpongeBob. You know how his eyes get like sunken in his face? That could be a sign of dehydration, that if you're not hydrating enough. Also, dry skin. If your skin feels dry, that could be a sign of dehydration too. Not just less frequent urination, but also constipation. So nothing is moving inside your body because your organs aren't moving, because things are trying to hold on to, it's trying to keep everything inside of you, because it's like water is the lubricant that moves everything through your body. It keeps everything flushed and moving and running. It's the process order. So those are common signs of dehydration. Let me drink some water. I'm getting thirsty. So let's get to the tips and tricks. What are some tips and tricks if you have a hard time drinking water? You go, Ari, I don't like drinking water. It's my goal in the new year to drink water, but I hate drinking water. Water sucks. How do you drink water? How do you drink so much water, Ari? So, here are my tips and tricks on how to drink water. Ooh, hang on a sec. So the first thing you should do is make water more appealing. And so if you don't drink water regularly or at all, getting some of these things like Mio because these are 0-calorie sweeteners. So easing into water drinking, because I just drink water regularly. But when I find that I fall out of the habit, adding 0-calorie sweeteners to your water is definitely a way of getting hydrated, while still, because however you drink water, adding those 0-calorie sweeteners, like doing that, you don't have to do it all the time, but like just to get you started on getting, like, easing into it. Adding lemon to your water, adding fresh fruits and herbs or other like cucumber to your water, other vegetable, like things that will, adding oranges, adding other fruit to your raspberries, berries, blueberries, because they have those infusers that you could add them to. Larry wants, he's like, let me be part of the video. Let me be part of the video. Let me hold your hand. But adding stuff to your water is a great way of adding 0-calorie infusers to your water, and making it so that it's fun. You can add sweeteners to your water too, like you can do the juices like Kool-Aid or Crystal Light or things like that. And you are hydrating that way. And they'll be like, that's juice. And I'll be like, yes, it's still hydrating you and it is low calorie. So I say, people are like, but that's juice. And I'm like, but it's still water. It's still water. You're still hydrating it. It's just, it has calories attached to it. So maybe like if you don't want to add those extra calories into it, maybe avoid those things. But I like to go, that's why I like to go with like the Mios, is because it's 0 calories. And it's you still get that sweetness in it. There are 0 calorie powders and things that you can add to it. Some people don't like those because they have like dyes and chemicals in those, and they have like certain sweeteners that they're not looking for, like high fructose corn syrup and things like that. So some people don't like those. It just depends. You should look around and see what works for you. That's why some people just like adding fruit to theirs. So that's one way of things that you could add to your water. So another thing that you can do is set reminders on your phone, or do like timers. I know that there are apps that will do like water drinking reminders. And the AI said having a water bottle near you is an excellent way of staying hydrated. But another way of staying hydrated is getting a Tamagotchi. It's getting so dark in here. Hang on, let me turn on the light. But you get like a Tamagotchi. My cat is. But getting a Tamagotchi, and every time that it needs to be like fed or taken care of, or it needs attention, taking a drink of water every time the Tamagotchi goes off, because people have done that. Or playing a video game in which every time like a notification goes off, every time you get a notification on your phone, taking a sip of water that way. Every time you have a meal or a snack, taking a drink of water then. Having a glass of water. Chugging a glass of water when you first wake up and before you go to bed. Before you go to bed is dangerous, though, because you can end up having to get up several times throughout the night to go to the bathroom. But waking up and drinking water is a good first step. I used to have one of those giant drink water throughout the day, but I found it so cumbersome. And that's why I like these little liter bottles, is that it's much easier to drink water throughout the day. If you're just kind of have a smaller bottle that's easily handheld, like you can hold it in your hand. It's too big for the cup holders at my gym, though, and I'm a little annoyed. So AI has also said, make water drinking habits for success. Break your water consumption into smaller, manageable goals throughout the day. So what I plan on doing, because I like to drink at least a gallon of water every day, so that's 3 to 4 liters of water every day. So what I do is I shoot to drink several of these every day. So I figure by noon I drink at least 1 to 2 of these, and then by the end of the day I try to drink 1 to 2 more of those. So every few hours I'm drinking at least 1 of these so I'm drinking like 4 a day. So by noon I'm drinking 2, and then by like 6 to 9 p.m. I'm drinking 2 more. So I gotta go to the bathroom. Hang on. Whew. Everything is moving through my system, and I'm drinking water. Okay. Use a water tracking app or journal to monitor your progress and stay accountable. That's why I make YouTube videos of drinking water, of how much water I've had and how much I'm drinking. And also it says find a water drinking buddy to help you stay motivated on track. The water community is a great place to help you stay motivated and stay on track and stay part of it. Also, Hydro Homies on Reddit. That is a community if you need to start drinking water and get started, like get into drinking water, just be like, hey, can anyone help remind me to drink water? And you will get inundated with people be like, hey, homie, start drinking water. It's your reminder to drink water. And you'll get inundated with notifications of people who are like trying to get you to drink water. Like, if you are somebody who is serious about drinking water and getting into the habit, there are a lot of people who are like, we got you, drink water. Make it your thing. People are there for you. And it's not just like a challenge that you drink a gallon of water every day for a week. You know, I did that once and I was like, you see the benefits in the short term, but there are long-term benefits of just doing it all the time, of just drinking water regularly. You should drink water regularly. And like, maybe you don't need to drink that. I would say you do. Do you see my skin? Do you see how clean and clear it is? I am 40 years old. And it's because I drink water regularly that my skin looks good. I have developed good habits, and if you want to look good, taking care of yourself, eating well, and I mean, I'm overweight. That's one thing I'm working on. I'm working on my weight right now. But if you want to look well, if you want to feel well, eating healthy, drinking water, taking care of yourself, those are things that are going to be good, and they're going to help you in the long term. So, what are some tips and tricks that you have for drinking water? How do you drink water? Step 1, hold water bottle. Step 2, kick it back. Step 3, drink water. Yeah, that's how you drink water. Stay hydrated.